Hello everybody, and welcome back to Alan Wake, and we are going to get right back into it with a recap.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Episode 4.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice?
There you go, Alan.
Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
This is from that
Right
note.
now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped into me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
So I did miss quite a few in the last area, like 4, but...
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be
Can you
more
have a gun?
concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
I'm good. I'm not gonna
This
follow
corridor
you.
is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly
Night
vulnerable,
Springs.
of course.
Night Springs, the video game. Is that coming? Is that happening? Like it's an Xbox 360 case. This game was on Xbox 360, by the
I
way.
encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
But these are
This way, Alan.
people who created the game. Hello, you. Anderson. Good day. Very pretty here. So better get out of his way so we can make this.
Now, Alan,
Oh,
from
sure.
past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly
Sure.
as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations,
Sure.
paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness
How do you know
are
this?
trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying.
Yeah.
Under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the
We on
tragic
Cauldron
accident
Lake?
with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth.
Oh.
Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Yeah, but when it comes to his wife, I don't know if it can be explained logically. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. TZ, Thomas Zane, in the memory of a dear friend and poet. In Tenbrass Cader. Cauldron Lake Lodge, 1912. So, Tenbrass Cader. I wonder if this is another name for Thomas Zane. Because the other name was like, oh no, so CN. CN. I don't know what CN is. No idea on that front. Well, we're gonna go over here and stand here and talk with this beautiful, gorgeous lake view.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news.
There's something up in a room
Right
there.
now
Did I
we're
miss
in
something?
control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with.
Sure. Looks like I missed something up there, though. I wonder if I can get back up there.
Relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk. Hartman obviously loved his own voice. His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay focused.
You need to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt.
Scary.
Outdoors, man versus nature.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
That's not creepy.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo. Elbow strike. Ooh, yeah. Ha! Yeah. I'll get him to the head.
Alan, please. This way.
Leave me alone. Missed something.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Interesting. Can't go back that way. Unfortunately, so it looks like I missed a thing that I don't even know what it's used for. Dang it.
Come, Alan, this way.
Think you're scary?
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
That makes sense. Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they do not interfere with the therapy and/or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're endangered by their own creative process. Or engaged, not endangered. Geez, engaged. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to read any more of that.
My rheumatism's killing
Night
me.
Springs.
There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this, a heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Okay, we have a manuscript. Our first manuscript. And only one of them...
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant, Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Is Ellen Wake Emil? So I missed 2, 3, 4, 5, but 2 of the ones that I could have read. So...
My head was clearing up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
I'm gonna look everywhere again.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
You can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your...
I'll return to my room eventually. Give me a break. I
Mullets
just
are
look at the
funny,
top
but it wasn't
thing.
supposed to be about mullets, and now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow-mo...
Hey, Wake. Why don't
The
you deal
doors
with
were
Dr.
locked.
Hartman and give
Hartman
the
and the
writing a
nurses
shot,
would have
huh?
keys, but
Typewriters
there
in
was
your
no
room.
way to get my
You can
hands
get
on
to your
them.
room by those stairs, Wake.
Jerk. Doesn't someone have to put you into some place like this? You can't just be forced.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Okay. Explain that one. That is a QR code. Okay, so now the question is, where is my phone? Hold on a second.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Okay, I have found it. I should have a QR code reader on here. Sorry. QR code reader, QR code. Apparently not. Let me just search up a QR code reader fast. QR code reader. Oh, I do have one installed. I just couldn't find it. Okay, here we go. Alright, so here we go. Result, alanwake.com/tag3. Open in browser. Constipation that looks painful. P-A-Y-N-E. Okay. It's a meme, I guess. I don't get it. And that was a gigantic waste of time. Thought it was going to actually give me something of useful information. See, there's nothing up here. There's nothing there, and then there's nothing there. Weird. Well, I'm back here now. And now it's time for a cutscene.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about.
Okay.
But it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did you get a damn hammer? I don't know. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast.
Manuscript page.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Okay.
It's my storm. I'm taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office room from Sinclair.
The backstage is all yours, Tom.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Okay, so where's his office? Hold on, I wanna try something. I have access to the entire building now, so.
We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
He's probably kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
He's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording. Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Oh boy.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that vet gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Okay. Open the door. Oh, and cutscene.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Wake looks a bit too happy. Hold on, manuscript page.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Apparently.
The dark presence would be on me and on. I had to find a way out.
Oh, hurry, hurry, hurry. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay. No, that's locked. So is that, and so is that. Ow.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
I know how. Upstairs. Got it. Got it. Got it. Perfecto. Just want to make sure I can't go this way. Manuscript page.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Yep. Night Springs. Frick. By the way, that does not fit on that TV. A TV like that probably would not be able to play something like that. Just saying. Those just ads. I'm not wasting my time watching ads. Come get me. Come get me. Oh. Oh. What's going on? Come on. Thank you.
I'm here.
I see. Make sure I got everything though, but in a minute, please.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Thank you.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al!
Okay, well, come on.
Oh, geez, Al. The house looks bad. Let's get out of here.
I understand, and we will get out of here in the next video because this recording is over 30 minutes and I want to stop recording this episode. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.